Welcome students in this session of Physics New Era channel. Today we are going to know about the measurement of mass and measurement of time. But before that one, let us start with the measurement of mass. In simple way, we are going to explain that one. In classified way, we say that unit of mass, standardly we need to consider as a kilogram. But if I want to measure, here the point wise I am going to take. If I want to measure the mass of atoms, if we are going to deal with the mass of atoms and molecules, see here it is the most important point. If we are going to measure the atoms or mass of the atoms and the molecules, that time we are going to use or we are going to utilize a unified method. We are going to utilize unified atomic mass unit. Atomic mass unit, which can be represented with a U or I am going to write it, here it is, U or AMU, atomic mass unit. But how to measure this atomic mass unit? So as to measure the mass of the atoms and molecules, we are going to use the unified method, that is of unified atomic mass unit method. That is one atomic mass unit is a 1/12 of unit mass compared with the carbon 12 atom, and whose value is how much? 1 unit is equal to 1.66 into 10 raised to power minus 27 kilogram. This is the atomic mass unit of molecule standardly compared with a carbon. For the molecules, we say, here I am going to make it simple. Here it is, 1 atomic mass unit conversion factor before you, so as to calculate the atoms or masses of atoms and molecules. Now the common masses can be measured using balance. And what about the next point? If I want to measure the celestial bodies, to measure celestial bodies of celestial or masses of celestial bodies which are present in the nature, just like the earth, moon, okay, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, all these. So as to measure the masses of celestial body, a gravitational method is used. See, this method we are going to utilize in the gravitation chapter. So we are going to observe this. What exactly is that gravitational method that we are going to know in a gravitation chapter. But you will have to remember that these celestial bodies like Earth, Mars, Jupiter can be measured using gravitational method. So how to measure the subatomic particles? To measure mass, the masses of subatomic particle such as electrons, protons. For that one, we use what? We use mass spectrograph. Mass spectrograph. Mass spectrograph. Which we are going to use? This is the mass spectrograph we are going to use to measure the masses of subatomic particles, just like the electrons, protons, just like that. And at last point, what are the range of masses in the universe? The range of the mass, the range of masses, the range of masses is starting from minus 30 kilogram lowest to 10 raised to power 55 kilogram biggest in the universe. Means we are going to observe the masses from 10 raised to power minus 30 kilograms. See how much small it is. Minus 30 kilogram to 10 raised to power 55 kilogram. How huge mass it is that we are going to observe in the universe. This is the range of masses which are present in the universe. See one by one. See the atoms, the masses of atoms and molecules. The masses. Here it is, the concept is the masses. The masses of atoms and molecules are measured with a unified atomic mass unit, which is compared with the carbon 12 atom. Here, how we are going to measure? The one atomic mass of atom is equal to 1/12 of the unit mass of the carbon 12 atom, and which is having the value, which is the conversion factor. We say actually it is 1.66 into 10 raised to power minus 27 kilogram. And the common mass we are going to utilize, just like the sugar, any object can be measured using our daily measurable balance that we are going to utilize daily. That is, we say digital balance and all that, to measure the masses of the celestial big bodies, huge bodies, just like the Earth, Moon, Jupiter, Mars, just like that, can be obtained using the gravitational method. And to measure the masses of subatomic particles, we are going to utilize which one? The mass spectrograph. Okay. Now the range of masses that we are going to found in the universe is in the range of minimum, that is 10 raised to power minus 30 kilogram to 10 raised to power 55 kilogram huge. Now we are going to measure the time. As we saw the earlier measurement of mass, here also the measurement of time. The SI unit of time is second. How much? It is second, or in bracket represented by the symbol S. So this is the SI unit of that one. As we know, the duration from, or one solar day we need to consider from we say 12 p.m. to again up to that 12, means noon to noon distance, that is of 24 hours. Means a solar day we need to consider it is of 24 hours. And as we know, 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 24 hour can be converted into second as 24 into 60 into 60. How much it is? It is 86,400 seconds. 86,400 seconds. So next is, now what about the, we say, the duration of a day in second? Seems to be considered this is a 1 day or a solar day. 1 day or solar day we say. So this is the solar day, seems to be considering what about the second? 1 second in terms of solar day, 1 second is equal to 1 divided by 86,400. Here it is 1 second is equal to 1 divided by 86,400 solar day. This is the unit of measurement in between or relation in between second and a solar day. What about the atomic mass or atomic, we say, time? So atomic time, in terms of atomic time, how to measure the atomic time? Actually, 1 second is a vibration of, in case of atomic time, we need to measure, I need to consider the cesium 133. This is actually, we say, a radiation atom, radioactive atom, cesium 133 considered as a base. So it will vibrate. This cesium atom will vibrate in 1 second. 1 second is a vibration of vibration. How many vibrations? Vibrations, that is 9192. Here it is. You will have to remember, just like the mobile number it is 919263. Here it is 1770. You will have to remember this as a mobile number. That means 9 Arab, 19 crore. Here it is once again 91. Here it is 1, 10, 100,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore, Arab, 9 Arab, 19 crore, 19 crore, 26 lakhs, 31,770 in Indian system. In Indian place system, we say. So this is a 1 second, means in 1 second cesium vibrates this much of way. How much? 9 Arab, 19 crore, 26 lakhs, 31,770 times in 1 second. That is considered as standard atomic time. That is 1 second. See, and we say that at last, that is last but not least, Indian standard time, it is maintained or it is observed by the National Physical Laboratories. Means a national physical laboratory have to maintain Indian Standard Time. Indian Standard Time means this is the responsibility given to the National Physical Laboratories to maintain Indian Standard Time. To maintain the Indian Standard Time, National Physical Laboratory has given that responsibility to maintain that standard time. This, in short, we can term that is as a NPL, National Physical Laboratories. Once again, in a SI unit of time is second. We saw that solar day, it is of 24 hours. So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So accordingly, 1 day, 1 solar day, or it is of 24 hours, that can be converted into second, that is 86,400 seconds. So in order to express seconds in terms of solar day, 1 second is equal to 1 divided by 86,400 solar day. Now, how to get a standard atomic time? We know the cesium 133, it is a radioactive element. It is ready to vibrate at a normal temperature. So 1 second is how much vibrations of cesium. We have already measured, just like the mobile number. You are going to observe this. Here it is. You will have to remember this. 1 second is vibrations of, means how many, this much of vibrations of cesium atom is nothing but 1 second in terms of atomic time. National Physical Laboratory have the responsibility to maintain the Indian Standard Time. Means it is having the responsibility to maintain the, we say, Indian Standard Time, that is NPL, National Physical Laboratories. Thank you.